In right field, number 7, Garrett Houston. Leading off in center field, number 20, Sean Monroe. Batting second in left field, number 30, Matt Corman. Batting fifth at third base, number 15, Logan McDougall. Batting seventh at shortstop, number 18, Brent Kosenki. Batting sixth at second base, number 14, Tanner Huber. Batting third at first base, number 12, Luke Shikarik. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 5, Cade Corbett. And the starting pitcher, number 6, Phil Whalen.
They played a trick on him.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the American and Canadian national anthem.
A lone soldier. Biggest pet peeve. People don't take their hats off during the anthem.
Today's game day sponsors Leon's Manufacturing, maintaining a strong worldwide reputation as a leader in material handling. It's no easy feat.
Good afternoon, baseball fans. Welcome to this Western Canadian Baseball League broadcast between the visiting Regina Red Sox and your hometown Yorkton Cardinals. Game time temperature is a warm 28 degrees Celsius, sunshine, and a little bit of a wind coming from the west and drifting over to the east, as you can see by the flags in center field. Starting pitcher tonight for this afternoon, for the Cardinals is number 6, Phil Whalen. Catching for him is number 5, Cade Corbett. Logan McDougall over at third base, Grant Kosenki at shortstop, Tanner Huber as at second base. Luke Shikarik, today's game day player, is at first base. Garrett Houston is out in right field. Sean Monroe is in center. And playing left field this afternoon for the Cardinals is the University of Calgary product in Matthew Corman. Samuel Dela Cruz will get things going here for the Red Sox in their top half of the first inning.
Leading off for the Red Sox is shortstop number 9, Samuel Dela Cruz.
Dela Cruz is batting .250 on the year for the Red Sox. The first pitch is upstairs, and we are underway here in Yorkton. 1-0 the count to Dela Cruz. Fouled off, evens the count at 1-1. Curveball catches the outside corner. 1-2 the count. High and inside to even the count at 2-2. Upstairs once again fills it the count at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the Red Sox shortstop. Swing and a miss. Dela Cruz goes down on strikes for out number 1 here in the top of the first. 1 gone.
First out of the inning, now batting center fielder number 7, Rio Russell.
Rio Russell, the Red Sox center fielder, now up. Batting second in the lineup this afternoon for the Red Sox. Batting .232 on the season. Low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. High and upstairs and outside a little bit. 2 balls, no strikes. The count to the Red Sox center fielder. Called first strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Three and 1 the count. Swing and a miss. Fills the count at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pop straight up and over the backstop to keep the count full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. The full count offering. Driven into right field for a single for Rio Russell. Red Sox got a runner on here in the first.
Now batting right fielder number 4, Adam Dela Cruz,
the right fielder for the Red Sox this afternoon. Now up with 1 gone here in the top of the first. Ground ball to the right side. Fielder's choice.
Dela Cruz aboard on the fielder's choice for the second out of the inning. Now batting designated hitter number 37, Griffin Keller. 5-4.
Yep. Dela Cruz reaches on the fielder's choice as Rio Russell is put out at second base by third baseman Logan McDougall. Griffin Keller, the designated hitter this afternoon for the Red Sox, is now up at the plate. 2 gone here in the first. 1 runner on. First pitch just a tad outside, ball 1. The 1-0 offering is a good curveball from Phil Whalen for a called first strike. The check over there on the runner, Dela Cruz. 1-1 the count to the designated hitter, Keller. Good fastball from Whalen. Called second strike. 1-2 the count. That evens count on Keller at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 gone here in the top of the first. That's it for the Red Sox. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on. Heading to the bottom of the first, it's the Regina Red Sox. No score. The Yorkton Cardinals coming to bat. We'll be right back with more Yorkton Cardinals baseball here on YouTube. Welcome back to Yorkton Cardinals baseball here on YouTube Live. We are in the bottom of the first as the Regina Red Sox had no runs in the top of the first. Leading off for the Cards here in the bottom of the first is the center fielder, Sean Monroe. Monroe is batting .173 on the season. Austin Allerid is on the mound for the Red Sox this afternoon, the left-hander. First pitch, high and upstairs on Monroe for ball 1. A good fastball from Alarid is in there for strike one, called for strike. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike to the Cardinals center fielder. Fouled off to the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouled off once again, keeps the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Monroe goes down swinging for out number 1. That brings to the plate the left fielder, Matt Corman, the University of Calgary product. Good to see Matt Corman's playing after he was ran over in the first game against the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Actually, rather, that was against the same Regina Red Sox back on Wednesday night. The first pitch to Corman is in there. A good curveball for a called first strike. Ground ball to the third baseman. Corman reaches on the infield air. Charge to the third baseman.
Corman aboard on the error. Now batting first baseman number 12, Luke.
Luke Shakarek, the first baseman, now up for the Cardinals here in their bottom half of the first. Matt Corman is over at first base. Throw is just a little high to the first baseman. And Corman is stealing.
1, 3.
6.
That's the second out of the inning.
Corman is caught stealing for out number 2 in the Cardinals' half of the first inning. Luke Shakarek is at the plate, the first baseman for the Cardinals this afternoon. The first pitch from Alarid is in there and swung and a miss from Shakarek for strike number 1. Good curveball from Alarid is in there. 0-2 the count to the Cardinal first baseman. The 0-2 pitch is in the dirt, and Shakarek swings. That's it for the Cards. No runs, no hits, 1 Regina error, nobody left on. Heading to the top of the second. We are still scoreless at 0. We'll be right back with the top of the second here on YouTube Live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Yorkton Cardinals baseball here on YouTube Live. We are in the top of the second inning after a scoreless first, top of the first and bottom of the first from the Cardinals and the Red Sox. Wesley Moss, the left fielder, leading off for the Red Sox here in the top of the second. Moss has got a decent average on the campaign, batting .357 for the Red Sox. Moss fouls it off for strike number one. Ball's inside, 1-1 the count. The 1-1 is high and outside for ball two. Phil Whalen, not usually known as a pitcher for the Cardinals, usually known as a center fielder, but he's been pitching a decent amount for the Cardinals and has done a pretty good job. 3-1 the count to Wesley Moss. Fouled straight up. Looks like it'll get out into the crowd. Might have heard it hit the metal bleachers. Fills the count at 3 balls, 2 strikes to the Red Sox left fielder. Full count offering. Swing and a miss from Wesley Moss. Goes down on strikes for out number 1. Second strikeout this afternoon. Third strikeout this afternoon for Phil Whalen. Catcher Chris Deal is now in for the Red Sox, batting .340 on the campaign. Hit deep down left field line, but it'll get foul for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike the count to the Red Sox catcher. Ground ball to the third baseman, McDougal. McDougal takes a look and over to Shakirek for out number 2.
Now batting second baseman, number 40, Ricky Daysaw.
Ricky Daysaw, the second baseman for the Red Sox this afternoon, comes into the game with a .295 average on the 2019 summer season. Two gone here in the Red Sox top of the second. Ball's inside and a little bit upstairs. The 1-0 offering is popped straight up and looks like it will get out of play for strike 1 to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike to the Red Sox second baseman. Fouled back into the screen just over Cade Corbett's head to make it 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Sent out to right field, and Garrett Houston is on it, and he's there. That's it for Red Sox. No runs, no hits, no Yorkton Cardinals, no one left on. After 1.5 complete, it's the Regina Red Sox no score. The Yorkton Cardinals 0 as well. We'll be right back with the bottom of the second right after this. Welcome back, folks, here to the Yorkton Cardinals online live broadcast. I'm Luke Walters with you this afternoon. We are back here in the bottom of the second inning, and Zach Taylor, the designated hitter, is now up for the Cardinals. Had a double last night and 2 RBIs in the Cardinals win over the Moose Jaw Miller Express here at Jubilee Park. The first pitch to Taylor is a good curveball from Alarid and isn't in there for strike one. The 0-1 to Zach Taylor. Home plate umpire Warren Burrell says Taylor did go around, so the count is no balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 from Alarid is Taylor pops that one up into foul territory, but no one's going to get it, and I'll keep the count at no balls and 2 strikes. Pitch is on the outside corner, and Taylor is caught looking for out number 1. Third baseman Logan McDougall, the University of Calgary product, and playing third base, as I said earlier, tonight for the Cardinals this afternoon. Beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Yorkton. 28 degrees Celsius. A little bit of a breeze coming in. McDougall fouls that one off his foot for strike number 1. Fouled off once again. Oh, no balls, 2 strikes the count to the Cardinals' third baseman. Ball in the dirt, 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Outside for ball 2 to even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 from Alarid is in there. McDougall goes down on strikes for out number 2. That brings to the plate the second baseman this afternoon for the Cardinals, number 14, Tanner Huber. Huber's batting .210 on the season this summer. Ball 1 in the dirt from Alarid is 1-0 the count now to Tanner Huber. Outside, 2-0 the count. Huber with a single to right field has the Cardinals with the base runner here in the bottom of the second. And their first hit of the afternoon. Tanner Huber with the 2-0 single here for the Cardinals in the bottom of the second. The shortstop Grant Kosenki now in for the Cardinals, batting .187 this summer for the Cardinals. Very good shortstop for the Cardinals as well. The check over on Tanner Huber as he gets back in there safe. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to the shortstop, Grant Kosenki. Cardinal shortstop. Kosenki pops this one up. Looks like it might be trouble for the Red Sox. It might drop in there. Good play from the shortstop. No runs, 1 hit, no Regina Red Sox errors. And 1 man left on here for the Cardinals after 2 complete here at Jubilee Park. We are still scoreless. We'll be right back with the top of the 3rd on YouTube Live. Welcome back, folks. Yorkton Cardinals baseball here on YouTube. We are in the top of the 3rd, and the first baseman, Ben Kamenowski, is now up. Took a first pitch ball high and inside, but a second pitch good curveball from Phil Whalen to even the count at 1-1. The 1-1 is low and away to Kamenowski. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count. Kamenowski pops this one straight back to even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 is in the dirt to Kamenowski. Fills the count at 3 balls, 2 strikes. High and upstairs walks Kamenowski.
Kamenowski with the walk, now batting 3rd baseman number 18, Eric Crossman. Okay, so right click and the VK should be on there.
Ben Kamenowski will move over to second base on the balk by Phil Whalen. No pitch, right? That's not counted as a pitch. The baseball encyclopedia. Ripped down the first base line, but it is foul. 1 strike to third baseman Eric Crossman. None gone here in the 3rd inning. Pop straight up. That one's popped up, but Cade Corbett does not get there. 2 strikes to count. No balls, 2 strikes on the Red Sox 9-hole hitter and third baseman Eric Crossman. The 0-2 is just a tad upstairs for 1 ball and 2 strikes. Low and in the dirt and behind Cade Corbett, but Kamenowski will stay put at second base. 2-2 the count. The 2-2 offering is hit deep to left field. That one's going to go off the wall. Kamenowski is going to come in to score. And Eric Crossman has a no-out double here in the top of the third inning to give the Red Sox a 1-0 lead early here at Jubilee Park. Take it back to the top of the order now as Samuel Dela Cruz comes back up to the plate for the Red Sox. Still none gone here, however, in the top of the third. Phil Whalen with the first pitch fouled off deep down the left field line into the batting cages. Oh, no balls, 1 strike to count. Ball 1 evens the count. Swing and a miss from Dela Cruz. One ball, 2 strikes the count to the Red Sox shortstop. Fouled straight back, keeps the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes to Dela Cruz. High and inside, 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Swing and miss from Dela Cruz as he goes down on strikes for the second time today. 1 gone as the center fielder Rio Russell comes back to the plate for the Red Sox. Single to right field. Back in the first inning. What was then out on the fielder's choice. Foul back into the screen. 0-1 the count. Rio Russell is hit by the pitch. Russell hit by the pitch on with 1 gone here in the top of the third. That brings to the plate the right fielder Adam Dela Cruz. was reached on base in the first inning on the fielder's choice. The 0-0 offering is upstairs for ball one. Swing and a miss from Dela Cruz evens the count at 1-1 strike. High and outside, 2-1 strike the count to the Red Sox right fielder. Swing and a miss from Dela Cruz evens the count at 2-2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes. Pop straight up, looks like it'll be in center field, and Sean Monroe is on the run. Grant Kosenki drops it, however, though.
Dela Cruz aboard on the error, now batting designated hitter number 37, Irvin Keller.
One gone here, still bases loaded for the Red Sox as the designated hitter Griffin Keller is at the plate, known to be a power hitter for the Red Sox. Takes the second pitch in there for a called strike to even the count at 1-1 strike. Just outside, 2-1 strike. Keller with a single to right field, rather left field. Red Sox are going to score 2 here. The single by Keller brings 2 in.
2 RBI single for Keller brings up the left fielder number 6, Wesley Moss.
Three 0 the Regina Red Sox now lead over the Cardinals here in the top of the third inning, as the left fielder Wesley Moss comes back into the plate after striking out last inning in the second. He pops this one straight up, and it's right over Tanner Huber's head at second base, and he flies out. To Huber for out number 2. F4 at home if you're keeping score. Chris Deal now up for the Red Sox, the catcher this afternoon. 340 on the season. Grounded out to third baseman Logan McDougall back in the second inning. Ball 1 to the catcher Deal. Foul back into the screen, evens the count at 1-1 strikes to the Red Sox catcher. Low and outside to the catcher as it makes it 2 balls and 1 strike to Deal. The 2-1 offering from Phil Whalen is popped straight up in the infield. Should be an easy play. Does it for Regina. 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 Yorkton Cardinal air, 2 left on after 2.5 complete. It's the Regina Red Sox 3. The Yorkton Cardinals, no score. We'll be right back with more Yorkton Cardinals baseball here on YouTube Live. Welcome back, fans, to Yorkton Cardinals baseball here on YouTube Live. Beautiful Sunday afternoon at Jubilee Park as the Regina Red Sox are in town taking on the Cardinals. Regina scored 3 runs in the top of the third to take the 3-0 lead as Cade Corbett will get things underway for the Cardinals, and he takes a first pitch strike on the outside corner from Austin Allerid for strike 1. Fouled back into the screen, makes it 0-2 the count.
Okay, I'll do it after the inning.
The 1-2 offering from Allerid is fouled back by Cade Corbett to keep the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Corbett fouls another one off. Keep it at 1-2. Oh, yeah. Ground ball to the third baseman. A nice stop by him, and it'll be over to first base, and Corbett grounds out for out number 1. That brings to the plate right fielder Garrett Houston, the native out of Melville, Saskatchewan. Called for a strike on Houston. Swing and a miss from Houston. No balls, 2 strikes. The count to the Cardinals right fielder. Called. Yeah. Be better. Just outside, a good curveball from Allerid is Just like I said, just outside for a ball on Houston. 1-2 the count. Foul back and out of play keeps the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Take it back to the canteen where you can get yourself $1.
Swing and a miss from Houston as he goes down on strikes for out number 2 here in the Cardinal third inning. That brings back to the plate the center fielder, number 20, Sean Monroe. Monroe was a strikeout victim back in the first inning. Ball 1 outside from Alarides. Makes the count 1 ball, no strikes to the Cardinal center fielder. Fouled off to the right side and evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouled back into the screen, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swung on and in the dirt. Monroe goes down on strikes. That's it for the Cards. No runs, no hits, no Regina errors. Nobody left on base after 3 complete. It's the Regina Red Sox 3, the Yorkton Cardinals 0. We'll be right back with more Yorkton Cardinal baseball here on YouTube Live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here in the top of the 4th inning, and leading off for the Red Sox is Ricky Desaw, the second baseman. Swing and a miss, evens the count at 1-1, I believe.
Yeah. Ball call. Ball swing.
Fouled off into the screen, 1-2 the count. Ball outside evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Single to center field for the second baseman, Desaw.
Desaw with a single to center, now batting first baseman, number 16, Ben Komanowski. Ben fails to reach base. Beer will go on sale, 2 for $8 for 5 minutes at the Joe Beavers Beer Shack.
Ball outside to the first baseman, Ben Komanowski. 1-0 the count. Ball upstairs near Komanowski's head, and it is 2 balls and no strikes. A called for strike on Ben Komanowski. Pop straight up to the shortstop, Grant Kosenki. And
And with that out, beer now on sale, 2 for $8 for 5 minutes at the Joe Beavers Beer Shack.
Komanowski flies out,
Third baseman, number
and
18,
he also makes the Yorkton crowd happy as he is the beer batter for tonight, and beer is now on sale. That brings to the play third baseman Eric Crossman, who had a double back in the third inning for the Red Sox. He also had an RBI to get the Red Sox on the board. A first pitch ball, second pitch ball as well. 2 balls, no strikes, the count to the Red Sox third baseman. Ball in the dirt. Nice block by Cade Corbett. 3 balls, no strikes. Ball 4. Crossman jaws the base on balls. 1 gone here for the Red Sox in their fourth. 2 runners on and back to the top of the order for the shortstop, Samuel De La Cruz. De La Cruz sends this one high to left field, and Matt Corman is right underneath it for out number 2. 2 gone in the Red Sox top of the fourth.
Second out of the inning. Now batting center fielder, number 7, Rio Russell.
Rio Russell, the center fielder for the Red Sox this afternoon. Single for him back in the first, was also hit by the pitch last inning.
We're at 0-1-0-2, right?
Yes. A good first pitch fastball from Phil Whalen. It is in there for a called first strike. It's this one deep in the gap for the Red Sox. It's off the wall. 1 run's going to come in to score. 2 runs are coming in to score on the double by Rio Russell.
Two RBI double for Russell brings up the right fielder, number 4, Adam De La Cruz.
to increase the Red Sox lead to 5-0 over the Cardinals in the fourth inning. Good pitch in there for a called first strike. Ball outside. 1-1 the count to Adam Dela Cruz, the right fielder for the Red Sox.
Keller's last at bat. Give him another RBI.
I did. I gave him 2 RBIs. Stolen base there from Rio Russell.
It says Griffin Keller has 1 RBI on the last inning.
Check it out. Check it out now.
Oh, it'll probably.
It was only at 1, so.
Yeah, that's
De La Cruz with a single to left field, and another run will come in to score. 6-0 Regina lead now here in the fourth. Two gone here in the fourth inning for the Red Sox after a single by Adam Dela Cruz to increase their lead to 6-0. And that brings to the plate the designated hitter Griffin Keller, who struck out in the first and also singled in the third inning, had 2 RBIs as well that got them those 3 runs in the last inning. Ball 1 outside to Keller. Keller with a single to right field keeps the Red Sox top of the fourth going.
Now batting left fielder, number 6, Wesley Moss.
I know. A called first strike on the left fielder Wesley Moss for an 0-1 count. Pitch inside on Moss evens the count at 1-1 strike. Yes. Don't even have to ask. You already know.
Sometimes.
Wesley Moss with a swing and a miss. 1-2 strikes the count on the Red Sox left fielder. The 1-2 offering from Phil Wayland is fouled off back into the parking lot to keep the count at 1-2 strikes. The 1-2 offering once again to Wesley Moss is upstairs and outside to even the count at 2-2 strikes. The 2-2 offering is a swing and a miss from Wesley Moss. The Red Sox do get 3 runs off 4 hits, no Yorkton Cardinal errors, and leave 2 men stranded here in the top of the fourth. After 3.5 complete innings, it is the Regina Red Sox 6, the Yorkton Cardinals no score. We'll be right back with the bottom of the fourth right after this. Welcome back, folks, to Yorkton Cardinals baseball here on YouTube Live. We are in the bottom of the fourth inning, and leading off for the Cardinals is the left fielder, number 30, Matt Corman. Corman reached on an infield error by the third baseman, but was caught stealing also in the first inning. The 0-0 offering is grounded to the left side, and it will get through for a single for Matt Corman. Cardinals have a base runner on here in the fourth inning.
Corman with a single to left field brings up the first baseman, number 12.
Which will bring up the first baseman, Luke Shakirik. Shakirik was a strikeout victim back in the first inning. First pitch to Shakirik is swung on and missed for strike one. Two more, and then yeah. Shakirik with a hard hit ball down the line.
Okay. Oh. So that's just the ground out. Shakirik grounds out to first base for the first out of the inning. Now batting designated hitter, number 24, Zach Taylor.
Shakirik grounds out to the first baseman, 3 unassisted if you are keeping score back at home. But meanwhile, Matt Corman moves over to second base, 1 gone here in the Cardinals' fourth for the designated hitter, Zach Taylor. Taylor with a bloop. Taylor pops out to the third baseman for out number 2.
That's second out of the inning. Now batting third base, number 15, Logan McDougall.
I don't know. 2 gone here in the Cardinal fourth for the third baseman, Logan McDougall. Matt Corman still at second base. The pitch from Alarid is dribbled off the first base line, and McDougall's on his horse. And it hits McDougall, and Matt Corman's going to come in to score. Infield single, I think we'll give it to McDougall. E1. Okay. Our statistician is going to say that's an error on the pitcher as he threw it right, I believe, into the back of McDougall.
Now batting second base, number 14, Tanner.
So with that, McDougall reaches on the infield there, and Matt Corman capitalizes on the catcher running to first base. No one was at home, so Corman's like, you know what? I'm going to go home, and we're going to get the Cardinals on the board here. 6-1 lead now for the Red Sox. Yeah. Tanner Huber, the Cardinals second baseman, back in. Pops this one straight up over the third baseman into foul territory. And that'll do it for the Cards here. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 Regina error, 1 left on after 4 complete. It's the Regina Red Sox 6, the Yorkton Cardinals 1. And we'll be right back with more Yorkton Cardinal baseball here on YouTube Live. Welcome back, fans, to Yorkton Cardinals baseball here. Chris Deal leading off, the catcher for the Red Sox in their top of the fifth. He fouls the first pitch off for strike one. Good afternoon, Peter. Thank you for tuning in. And yes, our camera, you can actually kind of tell there's a baseball game going on. So it's good that we have a new camera and we're able to provide some live stream so everyone near and far can tune in to watch. Family members, friends, maybe even if you're a fan of a player of the Yorkton Cardinals. The 1-1 offering is inside to the catcher Deal. 2 balls, 1 strike. Rip down the third baseline, but it is foul to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two count on Chris Deal is high and upstairs from the new pitcher Tanner Huber. 3-2 the count. Inside, and he walks Chris Deal.
Deal with the walk, now batting second base.
Deal draws the walk, and that brings to the plate Ricky Desaw, the second baseman for the Red Sox this afternoon. To check over on Deal from Tanner Huber. Want to know the count?
It's 1-1 now. Call strike, ball.
Okay. As they go to the mound for the mound meeting, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard quickly here. Other games around the league today see, as it says right now, the Melville Millionaires currently trail the Edmonton Prospects in the top of the 13th inning 2-0. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but we'll go by it. You'd think so. The bottom of the fourth, Okotoks leads Fort McMurray 4-0. Desaw hit by the pitch. That brings back to the plate Ben Kalmanowski, the first baseman. Other games around the league, as I was talking about, in the top of the fifth, Lethbridge leads Swift Current 2-0. In the bottom of the third, Weyburn has a 3-0 lead on the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Moose Jaw and Weyburn are also playing a doubleheader this afternoon. They'll play again at 4:35. And later on tonight from Elk Stadium in Brooks, the Bombers are home to the Medicine Hat Mavericks. First pitch for that one is at 6:05. 2 on for the Regina Red Sox here, and the first pitch is taken for a ball from Kalmanowski to make it a 1 ball, no strike count. This one's popped straight up to the third baseman. Might be trouble over there. You might have it. Foul ball. 1-1 the count to Kalmanowski. One ball, 1 strike, the count to the Red Sox first baseman. Ball taken outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball inside on Kalmanowski makes it 3 balls, 1 strike, the count. The 3-1 offering from Tanner Huber is swung and missed on by Kalmanowski to make the count 3 balls and 2 strikes to the first baseman. Fouled back just over the screen and just past the booth to keep the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Kalmanowski is caught looking. Beer is on sale on that one.
And with that out, beer now on sale, 2 for $8 for the next 5 minutes.
And meantime, also Chris Deal is also caught stealing.
Eric Crossman. Yeah, caught stealing.
2-5. 2 gone here in the Red Sox 5th as Eric Crossman, the third baseman, is back in. Doubled in the 3rd, also walked in the 4th. Good curveball from Tanner Huber is in there for a called first strike. The 0-1 offering from Tanner Huber is a curveball high for ball 1. This one's fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes rather the count to Eric Crossman. Ground ball is fair down the third base line. Eric Crossman with a 2-out double, his second of the afternoon.
Now batting shortstop number 9, Samuel Dela Cruz.
The 8th hit for the Red Sox this afternoon, which will bring back the substitution. Robbie Wilkes.
17, Robbie Wilkes. Pinch hitting is number 17, Robbie Wilkes.
Robbie Wilkes will come in to pinch hit for the Red Sox here for Samuel Dela Cruz. I believe so, yeah. First pitch to Wilkes is high and upstairs for ball 1. Ground ball to second baseman Sean Monroe is right by him. The Red Sox will score 2.
No RBI. Now batting center fielder number 7, Rio Russell.
Yeah. Robbie Wilkes reaches on the infield air charge to the second baseman, and they do get 2 more in to increase their lead to 8-1 now here at Jubilee Park. The first pitch to the center fielder Rio Russell is low and inside for ball 1. A called first strike on Russell to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike.
2-1-1-1. 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 strike. 2-1-1-1.
Maybe. Yes, sir, you are correct. A good curveball from Tanner Huber is just a tad outside for ball 2. Two runs, one hit, 1 air and 1 left on for the Red Sox after 4.5 complete. It's 8-1 for the Regina Red Sox. We'll be right back with the bottom of the fifth and the Cardinals bottom of the fifth right after this. Welcome back, folks, to Yorkton Cardinals baseball here on YouTube Live. We are in the bottom of the fifth inning. Leading off for the Cardinals is the shortstop, Grant Kosenki. Kosenki flew out to the shortstop in the second inning. The first pitch to him from Alarid is foul just over the sound booth for strike one. Swing and a miss from Kosenki makes the count no balls and 2 strikes. Outside to Kosenki, 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. A weak grounder to the first baseman. Kosenki grounds out for out number 1 here in the fifth, which will bring to the plate the catcher, Cade Corbett. Corbett grounded out to the third baseman, Eric Crossman, back in the third inning. Crossman now moves over to the shortstop position, and Robbie Wilkes, the pinch hitter who pinch hit for Samuel Dela Cruz, comes in at third base. This one fouled back for no balls, 1 strike the count to Cade Corbett. Austin Alarid is still on the hill for the Red Sox. Ground ball fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes to count. No balls, 2 strikes, the count to Cade Corbett, and that one's in the dirt for ball 1. The 1-2 offering from Austin Alarid is hit back up the middle to the shortstop, Eric Crossman. Throws over to first base, and Corbett grounds out for out number 2 here in the fifth inning. That'll bring up to the plate the right fielder, Garrett Houston. Houston struck out back in the third inning. Once again, thank you to everyone for tuning in today. We are currently in the fifth inning with the Red Sox leading 8-1. And Garrett Houston now at the plate. The 0-0 offering is fouled into the glove for strike one. Low and outside for ball one. Catches the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Garrett Houston, the Cardinals right fielder this afternoon. Fouled off.
Let's get another foul ball.
Keeps the count 1-2. The 1-2 offering to Garrett Houston is outside for ball 2 to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 offering from is upstairs, fills the count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 6th pitch, the 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up to Houston. Swing and a miss. That does it for the Cards. No runs, no hits, no Regina errors, nobody left on base. After 5 complete innings, it's the Regina Red Sox 8, the Yorkton Cardinals 1. We'll be right back with more Yorkton Cardinal baseball and the top of the 6th inning just after this. Welcome back, folks, to the Yorkton Cardinal broadcast here on YouTube Live. Looks like we got a pinch hitter for Adam Dela Cruz. Get his name here quickly. And he is non-existent in our...
Oh, let me see on the lineup card. Nunez. Look for a Nunez on there. Now batting designated hitter number 37, Griffin Keller.
There's an Ivan Nunez.
Okay. He's wearing number 5.
He's the only Nunez on the...
And that was Ivan Nunez with the single to center.
Ivan Nunez comes in for the pinch hitter, and first pitch on Griffin Keller, the designated hitter, is in there for a called first strike. The 0-1 offering to Keller is there on the outside corner. A good fastball from Tanner Huber for a called second strike. No balls, 2 strikes to count to the designator hitter.
23 is on deck.
Outside, a good curveball from Tanner Huber, however, just a tad outside for a ball 1.
23 is Eastburn.
Okay.
It's Ryan Eastburn.
Yeah. Ripped down the first base line and over the fence and back into the field, into the Regina bullpen. Keeps the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 offering. Huber steps off the back of the rubber. The 1-2 offering from Huber is high and upstairs, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Griffin Keller.
So does he dance with you to that thing?
Can't dance when I'm in the car.
Just outside, fills the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball through the infield and into right field for a single for Griffin Keller. 2 runners on here for the Red Sox in their top of the 6th.
The Red Sox is number 23, Ryan Eastburn.
Ryan Eastburn will come in to pinch hit for Wesley Moss. Already got it. Eastburn with a .266 average on the 2019 summer season. And the first pitch is popped straight over the... Almost had a heart attack here in the sound booth as it ringed off the top of the metal roof. Either way, it is 1 strike the count on Ryan Eastburn. Ball just a bit outside, evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. A good curveball from Tanner Huber is in there for a called second strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. I don't know. The building's going to blow up. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes to the pinch hitter, Ryan Eastburn. Phil's count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pops this one straight up again, right over the sound booth. Keeps the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. The full count offering to Eastburn is low and away. Loads the bases here for the Red Sox, none gone. And that'll get a visit to the mound from manager Robbie Dombrowski. And as Robbie Dombrowski makes the visit to Tanner Huber, we'll take a look at the updated out-of-town scoreboard. Okotoks Fort McMurray, the Fort McMurray Giants 5-4 in the bottom of the 4th. Swift Current has come back to tie the game with the Lethbridge Bulls at 4 in the bottom of the 5th. From Tom Lang Park in Weyburn, the Weyburn Beavers lead the Moose Jaw Miller Express 6-0. And they'll also play a doubleheader later on this afternoon at 4:35. And at 6:05 tonight from Elk Stadium, the Medicine Hat Mavericks will visit the Brooks Bombers. Bases are loaded now here in the top of the 6th, and the Regina Red Sox top of the 6th for the catcher, Chris Deal. Deal has grounded out tonight, also flew out to the second baseman, and was also walked and caught stealing. First pitch is a ball, low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Yes, he did, according to the home plate umpire, for strike one to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Good curveball there. Pops that one straight up to the first baseman, Luke Shakarik. Either way, infield fly rule is called. 1 gone here.
That's the first out of the inning. We got a pinch hitter here. Number 8.
Okay, one second.
Oh, it's Estrada. What's his first name?
Willie.
Pinch hitting for Daysaw is number 8, Willie Estrada.
Willie Estrada now coming in to pinch hit. That'll do it for Ricky Desaw, the second baseman. Willie Estrada is batting .245 on the season for the Red Sox. The first pitch offering is in there. A good curveball from Tanner Huber for strike number 1. 1 gone here in the Red Sox 6th. The bases are loaded, however. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. The 0-2 offering is high and upstairs. 1-2 the count. This one's hit a mile high out to left field, and Matt Corman's on the run, and Grant Kosenki will get there in short left field for out number 2.
Now batting first base, number 16, Ben Pomanowski, and Ben fails to reach base. Beer will go on sale, 2 for $8 for 5 minutes at the Joe Beavers Beer Shack.
That brings to the plate Ben Komanowski. He walked already earlier today, flew out to shortstop, and was also a strikeout victim. So 0 for 2 on the afternoon for Komanowski. A good curveball from Tanner Huber is in there for a called first strike. Another good curveball is in there for strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes to the Red Sox first baseman, Ben Komanowski. 2 gone here. Bases are still loaded, though, however. The 0-2 offering from Tanner Huber is another curveball. Just a tad bit high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. High and upstairs evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss from Komanowski. That does it for the Red Sox here in the 6th inning. No runs, 2 hits, no Yorkton Cardinal errors, 3 left on. They leave the bases loaded. Heading to the bottom of the 6th, it's the Regina Red Sox 8, the Yorkton Cardinals 1. We'll be right back with more Yorkton Cardinals baseball and the bottom of the 6th inning here on YouTube Live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom of the 6th inning here at Jubilee Park. Still a sunny skies, a few clouds, still warm, 28 degrees Celsius. Sean Monroe leading it off, the second baseman for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the 6th. The first pitch is fouled off into the screen for strike number 1. Second pitch is high and outside to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 offering from is outside for ball 2. Monroe is 0 for 2 on the day, bats 173 this summer. Swing and a miss from Monroe, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two offering is grounded foul into the Cardinal dugout. 2-2 the count remains. The 2-2 offering once again to Monroe is fouled off once again to the right side and out of the park. Monroe battling in there. Got some action in the Yorkton bullpen, not too sure who. Looking like Nick Hoyt. Fouled off once again by Monroe. Monroe's putting on the battle here against Alarid. Swing and a miss from Monroe. That'll do it for him here in the 6th. Goes down on strikes. That brings back to the plate the left fielder, Matt Corman. Corman is 1 for 2 on the night. He reached on an error, was caught stealing, and also had a single back in the 4th inning. He also scored the only Cardinal run this afternoon so far. Corman usually known as a catcher, but Cade Corbett is doing the duties this afternoon. He plays left field while Corbett's behind the plate. The first pitch from Alarid is in there for a called first strike. 0-1 the count. Second pitch is high and upstairs to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball in the dirt. Check over at the first base umpire, and he did not go, as that makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. The ground ball to the shortstop is not in time. Infield single for Matt Corman.
Corman with the infield single, now batting first base to number 12, Luke Shakira.
That'll bring back to the plate the first baseman this afternoon for the Cardinals in Luke Shakaric. Shakaric is 0 for 2 on the afternoon with a strikeout and a ground out. 1 gone here in the Cardinals' 6th inning as Matt Corman reached on the infield single. That one's fouled off at the plate for strike number 1 to Shakaric. The check over on Matt Corman. Yeah, not falling for it today. Oh, yeah. That ball is in the dirt. A good block there by Chris Deal. Keeps Corman at first, but evens the count to Shakaric at 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball inside, also checked over on Corman as Deal. Checks on Corman, but Corman is back in there. The 2-1 offering from Allerid is swung on and missed by Shakaric to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah. 2-2 the count to the Cardinal first baseman. 1 gone here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 2-2 offering to Shakaric is in the dirt and swung on and missed as Shakaric goes down on strikes. For out number 2.
Now batting is center fielder, number 6, Phil Whalen.
That'll bring to the plate the center fielder, Phil Whalen, who is today's starting pitcher. His first at bat of the afternoon, batting .201 for the Cardinals this summer. Stolen base for Matt Corman. Two gone here in the Cardinals 6th, as well as Matt Corman is over at second base. The first pitch from Allerid is outside for ball 1 to Whalen. Fouled off into the screen to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 offering to Phil Wayland is a good curveball in there for a called second strike to make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Whalen is caught looking. No runs, 1 hit, no Regina errors, and 1 man left on base after 6 complete here at Jubilee Park. It's the Regina Red Sox 8, the Yorkton Cardinals 1. We'll be right back with more Yorkton Cardinals baseball just after this. Welcome back to Yorkton Cardinals baseball here on YouTube Live. We have Nick Hoyt in for the Cardinals now in the top of the 7th inning. Eric Crossman, the shortstop for the Red Sox this afternoon, who is currently 2 for 2 on the afternoon. He has a double. He also walked and had another double, so 2 doubles on the line for Crossman. Takes a first pitch ball. Second pitch ball is in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. A called first strike on Crossman is in there for 2 balls, 1 strike, the count. The 2-2 offering is low to Crossman, 3-1 the count. The ground ball to Logan McDougall over at third. He'll throw it over to Shakarik for out number 1.
That's first out of the inning. Now batting third baseman number 17, Robbie Wilkes.
Robbie Wilkes, the Red Sox third baseman, now up at the plate. Reached on an error but was left on base back in the 5th inning. Came in as a pinch hitter for Samuel Dela Cruz. First pitch to Wilkes is outside for ball 1. Second pitch is outside for a ball as well. 2-0 the count to the Red Sox third baseman Robbie Wilkes. Three and 0 the count. Good pitch in there from Nick Hoyt for a called first strike. Yorkton Cardinals' next action will be on Tuesday night at 7:05 when the Swift Current 57s visit Jubilee Park. First pitch is at 7:05, but we will not have a broadcast on Tuesday night. However, the Swift Current 57s got you covered as Ryan Schweitzer will be broadcasting on YouTube as well for the 57, so I'm sure you can find on our Twitter account. We will be posting a link where you can follow the game there. And the Cardinals will be back in action again Wednesday. That is Tuesday night when Swift Current is in town. They'll be back in town again Wednesday for our next 2 home games. Robbie Wilkes putting on a fight here at home plate in this game, however, as he's fouled off 3 straight pitches. The full count offering to Robbie Wilkes is ripped up the middle right to Phil Wayland, and a single for Robbie Wilkes.
Wilkes with a single to center field. Now batting center fielder number 7, Rio Russell.
Rio Russell, the Red Sox center fielder, now up to bat. First pitch, grounded up to Kosanke. We'll get Rio Russell at first base.
That's out number 2. Now batting second baseman number 48, Ivan Nunez.
Ivan Nunez, the second baseman this afternoon for the Red Sox, comes up to the plate. He's 1 for 1 on the afternoon as he came in for a pinch hitter in the 6th. Singled back up the middle, but was left on base, however. The first pitch to Nunez is drilled down the left field line, but is foul for strike number 1. 0-1 the count to Nunez. Second pitch is upstairs from Nick Hoyt to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2 is in the dirt. Sun's starting to go behind some clouds now. Wind has also calmed down quite a bit. The 2-1 offering is grounded down the third base line to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes to the second baseman, Ivan Nunez. The 2-2 offering to Nunez is swung on and missed, as that will do it for Regina here in the 7th. They scored no runs off 1 hit, no Yorkton Cardinal errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll be right back with more Yorkton Cardinals baseball and their bottom half of the 7th right after this. Welcome back, folks, to Yorkton Cardinals baseball here on YouTube Live, and Logan McDougall leading it off for the Cardinals in their bottom half of the 7th inning. The first pitch was fouled off by McDougall for strike number 1. The second pitch from Alared is fouled off once again into the beer gardens, and that will make the count no balls and 2 strikes to the Cardinal third baseman. McDougall is 0 for 2 on the evening. Reached on an error to the pitcher and also struck out in the second. McDougall goes down on strikes for out number 1 here in the Cardinals 7th. That'll bring to the plate the pitcher, number 23, Nick Hoyt. If you take it to the canteen, they'll give you $1 there. You know where that is? Just over there? The white shed over there, they'll give you $1. Nick Hoyt, the pitcher, now up for the Cardinals. His first at bat of the evening is taken outside. And speaking of Nick Hoyt, thank you to Jimmy for tuning in. And it is awesome to see Nick on the field this afternoon. A beautiful day for baseball here in Yorkton. Thank you once again for tuning in wherever you're tuning in from. The Yorkton Cardinals appreciate it. Nick Hoyt fouls one off of his foot, and that one hurt him a little bit. He's limping after the pitch. Hopefully Nick Hoyt is all right. Not too sure. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Austin Alared is still on the mound for the Red Sox, pitching a gem for them this afternoon. Only 1 earned run allowed. Check that. It was not an earned run, and it was an error that Matt Corman did score on. The 1-1 offering to Nick Hoyt is grounded to the shortstop, Eric Crossman. Crossman will toss it over to the first baseman, and a nice scoop from him will put out Nick Hoyt for out number 2 here this afternoon. That'll bring back to the plate the shortstop Grant Kosenki. He's also 0 for 2 on the night with a ground out and a fly out. The 0-0 first pitch from Alared to Kosenki is in there for a called first strike. No balls, 1 strike, the count to the Cardinal shortstop. This one's popped straight up and looks like it'll be near the sound booth. No balls and 2 strikes to the Cardinal shortstop. The 0-2 offering will be one moment as Kosenki calls time at home plate. 2 gone here in the Cardinals' 7th. The pitch from Alared is in the dirt. Makes it a 1-2 count. The 1-2 offering is fouled off, keeps the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. A good curveball from Alared will strike out Kosenki. That does it for the Cards. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. That'll do it for the Cards here in the bottom of the 7th. We'll be right back with the top of the 8th shortly, just after this. Welcome back, folks, to Yorkton Cardinals baseball. We are here in the top of the 8th inning. Peyton Harris has come in at first base for Luke Shakarik. 7 innings of work from Luke Shakarik over at first base, and it's too hot to play 9 innings, but Peyton Harris, either way, is coming in for Luke Shakarik. Griffin Keller, the designated hitter for the Red Sox, now at the plate, takes a first pitch called strike to make it no balls, 1 strike the counts. Second pitch, curveball is in there for a second pitch strike. No balls, 2 strikes to the designated hitter, Griffin Keller. A good curveball from Nick Hoyt, just a little down, according to the home plate umpire, makes it a 1-2 count. Ball 2 evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Keller. Thank you for tuning in, Jimmy, from Fredericton, New Brunswick, from coast to coast, wherever you are. Thanks again for tuning in to Yorkton Cardinals baseball. Fills the count 3-2. Nick Hoyt fills the count to Griffin Keller with a ball in the dirt. And Griffin Keller draws the walk with a ball in the dirt. The left fielder, Ryan Eastburn, is now up for the Red Sox. walked back in the 6th, but was left on base in the 6th as well. They called first strike on Ryan Eastburn, makes it a no ball and 1 strike count. Fouled off into the screen and makes it a no balls and 2 strike count to the left fielder Eastburn. A good mix from Nick Hoyt as an outside pitch. Makes it a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Just outside to Eastburn evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eastburn singles to left field. 2 runners on for the Red Sox here in the 8th inning. Nobody gone, however, which will bring to the plate the catcher, Chris Deal. Deal is 0 for 3 on the evening, the afternoon rather. A ground out, also flew out to the second baseman. Walked, and he also flew out to the first baseman, Luke Shakirik, throughout this afternoon. The first pitch to Deal is in the dirt for ball 1. Fouled off for strike 1 to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike to the Red Sox catcher. Looked close, looked like a strike, but it's a ball according to home plate umpire Warren Burrell. 2 balls, 1 strike the count to Chris Deal. Drills this one to left field, but it'll be right at Matt Corman for out number 1 here in the Red Sox 8th.
First baseman number 8, Willie Estrada.
Willie Estrada, the first baseman who came in to pinch hit for Ben Komanowski. Rather, came in to pinch hit for Ricky Desaw. Now playing first base for them was a flyout victim to Grant Kosenki back in the 6th inning. The first pitch to Estrada is grounded down the third base line, but foul for strike 1. This one's hit high, hit a mile high to left field. Matt Corman is over there. He will make the catch for out number 2. 2 gone in there for the Red Sox here in the 8th inning. That'll bring back to the plate right fielder at number 16, Ben Komanowski. Komanowski is 0 for 3 on the night with a walk, a fly out to Grant Kosenki. He struck out twice. And also scored as one of 8 Regina Red Sox runs this afternoon. The 0-0 offering to Komanowski is taken low for ball 1. Thank you. A called for strike outs on the outside corner evens the count at 1-1. The 1-1 offering to Komanowski is low and in the dirt and inside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Regina Red Sox got some action in their bullpen. here in the late innings of this game. The 2-1 offering will be on hold as time is called. And Cade Corbett, a little miscommunication perhaps from Corbett and Hoyt, as Corbett will go out there just for a little chat. The 2-1 offering is in the dirt for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, the count to the Red Sox right fielder. Make him hit the ball. Ball is in the dirt, and Komanowski draws the walk. Loads the bases here for the Red Sox in the 8th inning. 2 gone, however, which will bring to the plate Eric Crossman, the shortstop for the Red Sox this afternoon. 2 for 3 on his line with 2 doubles and a few RBIs to his name. First pitch to Crossman is in there for a called first strike. 0-1 the count. Crossman went around according to the home plate umpire, which makes the count 0-2 to Crossman. The 0-2 offering is in the dirt, and a good block by Cade Corbett to keep that ball in front of him to make the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 offering is hit down the right field line, and it is a fair ball. It'll be bobbled by Garrett Houston as Crossman is heading over to third base. A 3 RBI triple for Eric Crossman.
Crossman now batting third baseman number 17, Robbie Wilkes.
With that triple, the 3 RBI triple, that increases Regina's lead to 11-1 here at Jubilee Park. And I'll bring back to the plate the third baseman, Robbie Wilkes. Wilkes was a singled. He also reached on an error, but was left on base both times. Pops this one up straight to Logan McDougall, and that will do it here for Regina. 3 runs, 2 hits, no Yorkton errors, 1 left on. Heading to the bottom of the 8th, it's the Regina Red Sox 11, the Yorkton Cardinals 1. We'll be right back with more Yorkton Cardinals baseball here on YouTube Live. Welcome back, folks, to Yorkton Cardinal Baseball here on YouTube Live. We are in the bottom of the 8th inning, and leading off for the Redbirds will be the catcher, Cade Corbett. Corbett is 0 for 2 tonight with 2 groundouts to the left side of the infield, 1 to the shortstop and 1 to the third baseman. Austin Alared is still in the game tonight for the Red Sox, and he Corbett takes a first pitch outside for ball one. Ball two is in the dirt. 2-0 the count. Drilled into left field by Corbett, but it will be caught in left field for out number one.
That's the first out of the inning.
That'll bring to the plate right fielder Garrett Houston.
Garrett Houston.
Garrett Houston is 0 for 2 on the evening with a .500 batting average this year so far, 2 strikeouts. The first pitch to Garrett Houston is swung on and missed for strike one. 0-1 the count. Hit on the ground to the second baseman, over to Estrada for out number two. Houston grounds out 4-3 if you are keeping score at home.
Now batting the second base.
Which will bring back to the plate the second baseman, Sean Monroe, who is 0 for 3 on the afternoon with 3 strikeouts. This one's fouled out of the play for strike one. 0-1 the count on Sean Monroe. Ball taken in the dirt. 1-1 the count to Monroe. Yeah. 3, yeah. High and upstairs taken for ball two. Fouled off at home. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Monroe fouls this one back into the screen to keep the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Heck yeah. Ball's taken upstairs to fill the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Sean Monroe. Ball taken outside. Monroe draws the walk, and the Cardinals have a base runner here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Matt Corman, the left fielder, now up for the Cardinals. 2 for 3 on his evening tonight. Reached on an error in the first, singled in the 4th, and also singled in the 6th inning. Corman does have some fast-moving boots, and he did get on in the 6th on the infield single. The first pitch to him here in the 8th is low and inside for ball 1. Alared will get a visit from his catcher, Chris Deal. A good curveball from Alared is outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes to Matt Corman. Outside as well, 3 balls, no strikes to the left fielder, Matt Corman. First pitch strike on the inside corner, 3 balls, 1 strike, the count. Hit back up the middle. That'll do it for the Cards here. They have no runs, no hits, no errors, and leave 1 man left on base. After 8 complete innings, it's the Regina Red Sox 11, the Yorkton Cardinals 1. We'll be right back with the 9th inning shortly after this here on YouTube Live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here in the 9th inning as the Red Sox have a commanding 11-1 lead on the Cardinals right now. And leading off for the Red Sox will be the center fielder Rio Russell. Cardinals also have a new pitcher in the game. His number 3, Gabe Corville, his second appearance. His first appearance was earlier this week when Regina was also in town. First pitch in the dirt into the backstop. Ball 1. Ball 2 over the head of Cade Corbett. Nobody knows. 2-0 the count to the center fielder Rio Russell. A called for a strike on the outside corner. Three and one the count to Rio Russell. Rio Russell draws the walk.
Now batting second base number 48, Ivan Nunez.
Ivan Nunez, the second baseman, now up for the Red Sox here. None gone, one out. Called for a strike. This one's fouled back and out of play. 0-2 the count to the second baseman, Nunez. This one's hit down the left field line and will be out of the reach of Logan McDougall and just short of Matt Corman. Keeps the count at no balls and 2 strikes. Ball 1 upstairs to Nunez. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Nunez is hit by the pitch.
Now batting designated hitter number 37, Griffin Keller.
2 on for the Red Sox here in their 9th, and that brings to the plate the designated hitter and the power hitter for the Red Sox in Griffin Keller. Keller is 3 for 4 tonight, this afternoon, I should say, rather. 2 RBIs to his name, couple singles. Ball 1 outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Jimmy Hay pitching now for the Cards is Gabe Corville, Yorkton product. This one's ripped down the first base line, and it will get to the wall as it is fair. The Red Sox will score 1 more on the double by Griffin Keller.
RBI double for Keller brings up the left fielder number 23, Ryan Eastburn.
Ryan Eastburn, the left fielder, now up as the Red Sox now lead 12-1 here at Jubilee Park after the RBI double from Griffin Keller. The first pitch to Eastburn is high for ball 1. High as well. Call strike. Fouled back into the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count to Eastburn. Eastburn is hit by the pitch, and out will come Robbie Dombrowski. Bases are loaded here for the Red Sox in their top of the ninth. One run already scored. This one's driven to left field. Looks like it's going to get down for a fair ball. 2 more runs coming in to score for the Red Sox will make it a 14-1 lead after the double by Chris Deal.
Brings up the first baseman, number 8, Willie Estrada.
14-1 lead now for the Red Sox here at Jubilee Park. Willie Estrada, the first baseman, now back up to the plate. 0 for 2 tonight with a flyout to Matt Corman in left field, as well as a flyout to Grant Kosanke at shortstop. A called first strike at home. No balls, 1 strike, the count. This one's fouled off. Oh, and 2 the count to Estrada. A ball outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two the count. This one's popped up to center field and looks like no one's going to get there. A single for Willie Estrada and an RBI.
Now batting right fielder, number 16, Ben Komanowski. Ben fails to reach base, beer will go on sale. 2 for $8 for 5 minutes.
Ben Komanowski now up for the Regina Red Sox. 15-1 now lead for the Red Sox here at Jubilee Park. Komanowski 0 for 3 today. High and upstairs for ball number 1. So it's ripped down the left field line, but will get fouled to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike to Ben Komanowski. Swing and a miss from Komanowski makes it a 1 ball, 2 strike count to the Red Sox right fielder. This one's popped straight up to Logan McDougall at third base. 1 gone here.
Beer now on sale. 2 for $8 for the next 5 minutes. That's the first of the inning. Now batting shortstop, number 18, Eric Crossman.
Eric Crossman having himself one heck of an afternoon. 3 for 4, couple doubles, triple to his name. 1 gone here in the Red Sox 9th. Runners on first and third base for Crossman, the shortstop. Called for strike. The 0-1 pitch is inside for ball 1 to even the count at 1-1.
Now batting third base, number 17, Bobby Willis.
Robbie Wilkes will come up to the plate for the Red Sox, and before that, there is a mound meeting between the infield, and while they're doing that, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard as it seems, and I think the Edmonton Prospects fixed their online scoring, as it now says they lead 11-2 in the top of the 8th inning over the Melville Millionaires. The Fort McMurray Giants are defeating the Okotoks Dogs as we speak, 6-4. The Swift Current 57s ended up falling to the Lethbridge Bulls, 7-5. The Weyburn Beavers blanked Moose Jaw in the first half of their doubleheader, 6-0.
That's the second of the inning. 42. Romero, who's 42.
Suck here. Hybert Romero. Hybert. H-E-I Bert.
Pinch hitting for Regina is number 42. Hebert Romero.
What's the count here?
I foul and ball.
1-1 the count here at home plate. Ground ball to the shortstop, Kosenki.
Orbia.
E6.
Yeah. Now batting number 48, second baseman Ivan Nunez. It's 17-1.
16. Yeah. Or maybe it is 17.
I think Strada scored.
Yeah, we got her. 1 and 2 the count here. Six, 3, 1, 2. That's it for the Cards here. Rather, the Red Sox, 6 runs off 3 hits, 1 at Cardinal Air, and 2 left on. Heading to the bottom of the ninth, it's the Regina Red Sox 17, the Yorkton Cardinals 1. We'll be right back with the bottom of the ninth after this. Welcome back, folks, to Yorkton Cardinals baseball. We are here in the bottom of the ninth, and leading off for the Cards is the first baseman, number 1, Peyton Harris. Harris grounds this one to the shortstop, and he grounds out for out number 1. Which will bring to the plate the center fielder, Phil Whalen. One gone here in the Cardinal ninth, and batting is the center fielder, Phil Whalen. First pitch high and upstairs for ball 1. Fouled off into the screen to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Smith is on deck. Second pitch in there for a called second strike, rather. Third pitch of the at-bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count to Wayland. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Goes down on strikes for out number 2.
For the Cardinals, number 8, Hut Smith.
Up to bat now for the Cards is Hut Smith. Pitched one heck of a gem last night against the Miller Express, as Hut went 9 complete innings on the mound for the Cards. Up to bat here, though, as a pinch hitter in the 9th. First pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike number 1. Second pitch in there for a called strike. No balls, 2 strikes, the count to Hut Smith. Cards are down to their final strike here tonight. Swung on and missed. Final score, the Regina Red Sox 17, the Yorkton Cardinals 1. The Yorkton Cardinals' next action will be on Tuesday afternoon, or rather Tuesday night, I apologize, at 7:05 when the Swift Current 57s visit Jubilee Park. Once again, first pitch will be at 7:05. We will also not have a broadcast Tuesday night, but the Swift Current 57s will have you covered. Ryan Schweitzer will have the call on the Swift Current 57s end of the broadcast. We will post a link on our Twitter page. You can search us up at Cardinals WCBL if you need to find the link to Tuesday's broadcast. Once again, final score today from Jubilee Park was the Regina Red Sox 17, the Yorkton Cardinals 1. I'm Luke Walters saying good afternoon and have yourself a wonderful evening, and we'll see you on the next stream Wednesday night.